Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining the channel. This is your November reading. We will start by tuning in the base chakra energy with the sound bowl, just to stimulate that portion of the body, mind and soul. So awakening the reading with the base chakra sound meditation. Activating the essence of grounding. The moon in November, the full moon in November is Taurus. That's going to be a very grounded moon that brings us to our base chakra area. It helps to facilitate earth energies, connecting with earth energy people, elementals, the base chakra, home, family, career and finances. So Gemini, I have also been called to give you the following messages. The colour green, the stone fluorite, preonite and labradorite. So all of these are in the green essences. This is fluorite, this is some labradorite, and this bracelet I'm wearing is preonite. So anything in the green could be really beneficial for you guys for this month of November coming up. Now remember, we are towards the end of the year with November, and also the green is very much about the heart chakra energy. So with that, let me just move the bowl out of the way and put it at the back of the table here. Another ding from the base chakra bowl. Also in November we have the 1111 portal. This is a powerful portal. It's a great one to call into, tune in with. This is the angelic number, the 1111. Now you also got given the message to search for knowledge and about your individuality. It's as if there has been a part of you or some knowledge that may have been forgotten. And another quote that came through was, are your choices reflecting your values in life? Now, you also, with the stones that have been called upon, you have also been given for the month an archangel called Ahiel, with the labradorite stone. Now, Ahiel oversees the Aquarius energy with people. So there may be some Aquarians in your life that need special attention during the month of November, or Aquarians that come into your life that somehow activate something possibly aligned with your individuality or the way you are representing yourself, or whether your values are truly aligned. The other astrological things for November are Mercury goes direct and Neptune goes direct. It's a universal month of 5, so 5 can be quite a creative, active number with plenty of things happening. This is a powerful time for setting your intentions for 2020, marching into this new decade. So because of that, these cards I've chosen to use for your reading for November are going to be quite intense and full on. Some of the messages that might arrive should leave you pondering and thinking at quite a deep level. So these readings will be more than just a month of intuitive insight or awareness. They're going to probe a little bit deeper for you to think with more intensity about the next decade coming up. Remember too, as we move into December, we have our last eclipse for the year, and the eclipses have a lot of energy tied into them. So because this eclipse is coming right towards the end of the year, it will also propel energy into the very beginning of 2020. The eclipse is on Boxing Day, the 26th of December. So this is for Gemini. Gemini, what is in store for you guys for November of 2019? What messages are here for Gemini to hear and understand? Now, the Lovers have been coming out a lot lately, even in the readings for October. He's still coming out in November. I did a You Choose reading the other day, and the Lovers was also out there as well. So I think there is plenty of love energy or partnership energy or relationship energy that is going on at the moment. There's a possibility that change is in the air. Some of you might be thinking about changing a relationship that is around you, possibly picking up a new love interest or a new lover. Some of you may be involved in a scenario where 3 people are here, and that it might be a hidden relationship. So this could be indicating an affair, or possibly where someone else is already involved with another person and you might be the 3rd person. Either that, or you are involved with someone else and your new lover is a 3rd person. The moon could play a relevance in this, and the moon could be referring to the eclipse coming up. Remember that eclipses have a 3-month energy pattern at least, so things that can happen within a 3-month cycle will be energized and be more empowered, create more change. So eclipses always bring out the hidden agenda, or the things that we haven't addressed, or things that need remedying, or that need being brought into the light. So the fact that the moon card and the Lovers have jumped out, I'll leave the moon reversed, but it may not have been intended to be reversed here. The Lovers card is also about making choices in life. Now this is when you go really, which is what I was talking about before the reading started, this is when you go really deep and you need to go within and you need to find what is it about your individuality, which is what we were talking about before the reading started. So what is it about your individuality that you are seeking to connect with, or to align with, or to make changes with? Are you speaking your truth? Are your choices reflecting your values? Because some of this may not be your moral value. It might be that you are caught in a situation that has enabled this to happen, or that this particular energy is free floating around you at the moment. The other things that we could be thinking of in terms of these 2 cards are looking at the chakra points, the colours around the borders that they are addressing, which is the 3rd eye and the throat chakra, so up in the head area of the body. These could be areas that need you to activate, ponder, or clear. So you could do meditations that would engage some sort of clearing, or bring some clarity into the situations surrounding them. Now when the moon is reversed, it is still talking to you about using your intuitive psychic self and abilities and bringing clarity into a situation. If it's regards things like, this is regarding a potential business partnership as opposed to an intimate relationship, then it's time to gather all the information that you have, because this is indicating there are some hidden pieces of information that either are not available to you at this point in time, or that you have disabled yourself from viewing, or you're not seeing the whole picture. So this is really important to dig deeper, take your time, make sure that you are clear on all aspects of anything moving forward pertaining to what this Lovers card could mean to you, whether it's relationships, whether it's business partnerships, whether it is something within yourself that you are trying to align your values with, your higher self, your individuality. It's time to really think expansively. Let's see what else is in store for Gemini for November. Powerful month of the year. We also have another Friday the 13th in November. course, for people in America, it's Thanksgiving Day. That's my fault. I have picked the deck upside down. You have got the Princess of Cups. She can often be a water sign person. This could be a water sign person who is involved in this relationship scenario up here, which is possibly a triangle. It doesn't have to be. It could be a very significant love interest coming into your life, and someone who it really ignites the passion in your heart, but for some reason there may be difficulties around the relationship at this point in time. Perhaps it's a long distance relationship, or perhaps it is a relationship that isn't available properly yet. The Hermit, another major arcana, which makes sense. We are now in the solar plexus chakra. This was the heart chakra. The Hermit talks to us about taking time out, not dissimilar to the Moon, in as much that it is a card that often appears to be occurring in the night hours, and that through taking time out and pondering on our own, so individuality again, in an individual status, we find enlightenment and we find answers and awareness. And this can be in relation to our spiritual ethos and our journey of spirituality. So there could be some form of enlightenment coming around this scenario as well. Taking time out, it seems to be a really big message that you guys are getting about. Is it thinking about the future? Is it thinking about scenarios that are currently happening? Is it thinking about people in your life who are currently here, or people that you are bringing into your life? The Hermit card is a card of peace, and it's a card of reflection and quiet time, and understanding that you gain a lot of your insight and awareness through your own soul searching and seeking. So don't underestimate your own intuitive powers, and don't underestimate your need and desire to be the individual that you are. So don't let others put you down either in this month. It's time to stand up for yourself, Gemini. Time to speak up, especially if you have been in a situation where others have held dominion or kept you from being who you are one way or another. And this could be at any level. This could be in personal relationships, business relationships, within your career, even within your health, your physical health. Gemini for November 2019. Ten of Wands is about knowing that you are coming to the completion of a cycle of something. Again, we are in the solar plexus chakra, this area through the middle of the body. This is also about gaining strength in this part of the body, whether it's physical strength or gut intelligence, such as your psychic or gut instinct awareness. The Ten of Wands is a card of creativity, passion, design, flair, capability, action, excitement, movement, awareness. The tens are often about the end of a cycle, so perhaps something that you have been culminating towards, and it could be in your career sector or in a creative sector of your life. So there may be a cycle coming to an end for some of you where you are ready to move into something new. It could involve people and friendships or relationships. It could also involve a career choice or pathway. It could be that some of you have completed a cycle of learning in terms of education, or a personal cycle of learning and growth and development. It's a good card to have come out. So feel the power of the Ten of Wands and know that some sort of completion or acknowledgement or honour or understanding is coming into place, and I think that fits really well with the Hermit. Both of them have the yellow about the solar plexus chakra area of the body. More wands for you guys. The Two of Wands is about balance. It's about the need to ponder what direction you're going in and how you are going to get there. So there's a lot in these cards that talk to us about spending time contemplating about choices. This is also about choices. Do I go this way or do I go that way? It's definitely a card of balance. It's about pondering our choices sometimes within a career situation or within a learning capacity, or again within our creative or resources or hobbies or interests in the sacral area of the body. This area, if you are finding trouble in deciding about a way to move forward or which way to go, this area could be blocked. So freeing this up again, utilizing orange meditations, wearing the color orange, eating orange foods, utilizing orange crystals can help to free up any blockages through here, which could be creating a lack of creativity or a lack of freedom of choices or a lack of expression of your individuality. So the Two of Wands brings to us this potential choice about a direction that some of you could be thinking, and for some of you this is definitely a choice in the terms of career field or something that is making you passionate in life. This choice will be something that you need to take time over, you need to ponder, you need to extrapolate, you need to think about the bigger picture, you possibly need to dig a bit deeper and find more information out about it as well. Now, if you look at the colour palette that we have got here for you, you've got almost every chakra starting to blend in. So there is some form of activation of overall movement or overall opening or overall clearing out of something. So I think that's quite a good balance that's coming in through here, enabling you guys to be able to activate all different areas of your psyche, of your awareness of you, of who you are. So with that in mind, let's move to this deck over here. I hope you can all see those cards that have been coming out. This deck is called the Cosmic Reading Deck. This is for Gemini for November. You have received the Hope card. So Hope adds up to 16, which is the number 7. So the number 7 could be really relevant. We are looking into space, into the bright light, into illumination of white light, which is exactly what the Hermit was doing in the traditional tarot. Especially the Hermit is shown as being on a mountain top at night in the dark and having illumination. So with that in mind, I will read to you some of the words from the Hope book, or from the words from the book. Behind the passing dark clouds, the sun still shines bright. Feeling overwhelmed, disconnected, afraid and defeated are a few of the symptoms you can experience when passing through an emotional storm. All is not as it seems. The passing storm will uncover suppressed emotional energy that is in need of clearing and balancing. And I think we've seen that with a lot of these options over here. As challenging as it may seem, the passing grey clouds is an opportunity to grow, learn, heal and transform limiting behavioural patterns and beliefs. And that really matches with those first messages I got about you guys, sensing that you needed to seek and search your individuality, and were your choices reflecting your true values? For some of you, you're either letting other people shape your choices or shape who you are or shape your attitudes or beliefs, and it's time to, as I said at the beginning, stand up and be heard, or stand up and be true to yourself. There's something about a change or a re-harnessing of your original energy, of your strength perhaps. I don't know if Gemini have been knocked about, if they've been feeling weakened, or if they've been feeling decommissioned, or as if their strength has been taken. But that's kind of the messages that were coming through. It is not about staying positive through the storm. It's about understanding and truly seeing the imbalances and wounds within you that attract this energy to your space. Clouds do pass and will continue to pass until you learn to truly see the underlying message and lesson. Only then will you transcend the fear and irritability of these challenging cycles. Once you are able to understand your magnetic connection to the challenges that surround you and heal those imbalances with love, storms will cease to affect you as they once did. For now, there is stillness and hope in knowing that the sun still shines bright behind the passing dark clouds. It is then through this renewed clarity, inner knowing and strength that you will be able to manifest a life of choice. For no more will you see passing storms as a destructive force to be reckoned with, but rather an opportunity to evolve to higher states of conscious understanding. It is through this act alone that you are reborn to a world of wondrous manifestations and fulfilled dreams. And the associated chakra is the sacral chakra, which is the one we talked about here with the Two of Wands, which is what I said we needed balance, and you need to check which direction you are heading in, and you needed to clear any blockages that may have been around. So if there have been some sort of storm or resentment or holding of anger or past loss or grief, and it's holding on in this area, this is a brilliant time to bring this clearing and know that this, any negative situations you've been through or storms are your learning point of evolution, of growth, of moving forward. And I did say that these readings for November, for everyone, they will all be the same, are going to be very deep and something to think about and something to get you thinking about. You're moving into this new decade. So with that in mind, let us do one final deck, and this is the spirit deck. This is an animal spirit deck, absolutely beautifully illustrated. This is for Gemini. What message do you have for them for November? What will benefit them in hearing, and what can help them to, which spirit guide is going to help guide them into November and leading into 2020. Patience is rewarded with this deck. It is not a deck that produces many jumpers. There's a lot, after just saying that, there's a lot here. I will just take the first two. The ant spirit, time to collaborate, and the dolphin spirit, this and that are true. So we have 20. I can't help but pick this one as well. The Dragonfly Spirit. So 3 for you guys, 1, 20 and 22. The Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. The Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. And the Dragonfly Spirit, because of the green, and I told you earlier that the green would be really resonant with you. This one has a lot of green as well. Truth transcends illusion. And I think this one seems to be speaking out to me even more than the other two at this point, because we've talked this whole journey of this reading about the truth for you guys, about seeking your truth and understanding your truth. So, you know, the dragonfly is the evolution of the spirit in many ways. That's how it's depicted often. It can also be for some people hearing messages from spirit, and also people who have passed over. There could be messages for some of you from passed over people, or you may be making a connection one way, perhaps through psychic revelations or dream time space as well. So I will read some of the meanings for you for these cards. I think this is probably worth reading most of the dragonfly spirit energy. Also, just remember, if you see any of these animals during the month, they could well be a personal sign of spirit energy for you. So take care when you see them around, and see what other messages pop into your mind's eye, or how you feel, if whether something specific is activated shortly after seeing or sighting one of these, whether it be ants, dolphins or dragonflies as well. That's something else to understand with the message. Dragonfly spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available at all times in the hidden realms. Just as dragonflies catch your eye with its reflective wings and body, dragonfly spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion, and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere. Peeking through from behind the veil in the realm of spirit, there is far more wisdom than you can perceive with your senses, and there is a deep knowing that you are not alone or separate, for a higher power recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Fears dissipate as you realize you are embraced by the nurturing force that is everywhere, always in communication with you. Alighting when you are preoccupied, dragonfly spirit offers this message. You exist in unity with all, including the protective spirits who share their wisdom, and you are being nudged along the path your soul needs to travel to have the experience it craves. Love exists in many forms, and sometimes we overlook it when we don't recognize a particular form. Pay attention to the signs now. They remind you that each of us has inspired dreams seamlessly sewn into the fabric of the invisible world, and there is a great consciousness that exists in the seemingly empty spaces, guiding us on our journey. Open to the truth, letting the wisdom of the hidden realms inform you, providing insights your conscious mind overlooks. And that really ties in with that second card that arrived, the moon. Looking into the hidden that you often miss or that you don't see, and that was the message of that moon, to dig a little deeper, to be a bit more expansive, to look into your intuition, and to listen to the messages that are coming. So that's beautifully powerful, insightful, and very, very spiritually aligned for you guys. If we look at dolphin spirit, this and that are true. Dolphin spirit, like her earthly manifestation, is a reminder of duality, and we've talked about duality in your reading as such, with the Two of Wands. As the dolphin is both mammal and sea creature, so too is dolphin spirit, this and that. Two truths coexist, the story you tell and another as well. The duality of life is present when we are suffering, for there is a blessing too in the helpers that appear. Within clouds are silver linings. When we later reflect upon what happened, we can see that a situation was both this and that, and a choice led to both joy and sorrow. No relationship is either all good or all bad, and people have qualities of both light and shadow. Focus on the positive, for light exists alongside the darkness. Dolphin Spirit calls for you to come up from below and enjoy a weightless moment in the sun as you dive in and out of this and that, accepting and even enjoying the duality of life. And how poignant is that for you, Gemini? Because you are the twins and you often have a duality in your life going on somewhere. Why not join Dolphin Spirit in acknowledging and affirming the blessings present in this moment? In all areas of your life, there are aspects of both this and that. Today you can celebrate this fact and recognize the complexity and beauty of the fabric of the universe. You are at a place right now where your past self is still present as you move towards the new self you are becoming. Aspects of both selves are present, so even if you want to say goodbye to what was, you are required to find solace in this between time. Today is not a day to choose one over another, but rather accept things as they are without judgment or resistance. Even in matters of the heart, duality is present. Your next action will be obvious when you drop your bias and see things as a whole. This and that. And the last one, which has been given the number 1 of the deck, the Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. So let's see what that is for you as a last message for this reading for November. Getting you ready to power yourselves up for December and then 2020. When an ant spirit comes to visit, it's to celebrate the benefits of working in a partnership with others or as part of a community or tribe. Spirit reminds you that to build your dream you need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnership, the one you have with Spirit. Your intentions will come to fruition if you remain awake and focused and co-creating your reality with others and with Spirit. Remember that the world around you can easily seduce you if you don't have some sort of practice or discipline, like meditation, to keep you on track as you build the life you desire. Connecting with others and having accountability partners can be very helpful, as it's unlikely that everyone will fall asleep at the same time. The other message Ant Spirit holds is that you are now at an auspicious time to ask for help and receive it. Whether you need help assembling a team, finding a new tribe, or requesting assistance from others who are there for you, everything is working to support you right now. So utilize this time to collaborate to take your new steps into the future. And with that, Gemini, that is the end of your reading for November. You guys need to pick which message was most poignant, which one was most relevant, which one jumped out for you the most, which collaboration you are working with. Is it business? Is it intimate partnerships? Is it new love? Is it changing out relationships? Is it receiving more balance? Is it acquiring more knowledge? Is it understanding hidden agenda or hiding from it or introducing it or understanding your shadow self? All of these things are here on the table for you to deal with and work with in this month of November. So with that, guys, thanks for joining me. Remember to sub the channel and push the notification button so that you can see the videos when they are uploaded. So take care, everyone. Much love.